Are you looking for some extra tips to save some big money? Then watch this video and listen as I show you 5 different ways that I saved over $580 this week. Welcome, friends, to the channel Classy Frugality. My name is Tanya, and I'm so glad you've decided to join me today. Well, I am exhausted this evening. I have done a little bit of everything today. I went to work this morning. I'm filming this on a Saturday, by the way. So I went to work this morning. I worked for a few hours. I got off at noon. I went to the grocery store. I had 2 different places I had to go. I went to Kroger. I went to Walmart. I made my list beforehand, before I even stepped into those stores. I knew exactly what I was going to spend, and I stuck to it. I came home, and Prentice was working outside. He was doing some pressure washing. And it was looking so good too. It was looking so good. So of course I wanted to help, because there's something about that. It's just magical. It's just magical to watch that dirt just disappear. But I got to thinking about all the different companies and stuff that we have around here that do pressure washing, that do grass mowing, that do tree cutting and stump removal, all those different home improvement, landscape type things. And I got to thinking how expensive those services are, and how we're very blessed to be able to still do those things ourselves. So that further got me to thinking about the different things that I've done this week to save us quite a bit of money, quite a bit. And so here I present to you 5 ways that I have saved over $580 this week. That sounds unbelievable, but it is true. So let's get right into it. Number 1, I had been thinking for quite some time that our insurance was way too expensive. I'm talking our homeowners and our auto insurance. We have 2 vehicles and we have our homeowners, and it was all bundled together, which was supposed to give a discount. I won't even say the name of the insurance companies that I left and that I go to. I'll let you all do your own research. However, I got my October bill, which was going to be due on October 24th, and it had gone up yet again. And so I thought, this is the last straw. This is it. I'm not doing this anymore, not paying it anymore. So I called around and I got some quotes. I checked out some stuff online first, and then I actually talked to a person. Well, let me tell you, I couldn't have been more shocked. I knew that we were paying too much, and that I was going to have to get a quote to see if we could lower that. I thought, well, maybe we might be able to, to lower it $50, $75, maybe even $100 a month if we're lucky. No. It's still so shocking. By the time it's all said and done, we are going to be saving $320.99 a month by switching. And I will say that we had been with that other company for a number of years, and we had only filed 1 claim on our homeowners insurance. That's when we had some wind damage to our roof, and so that's the only claim we had ever filed. So I'm not sure why it was so high. $320 a month. That is just, I'm so thrilled with that. So I urge you, you might feel loyal to your insurance company, but please check around and get some quotes. And don't take the first one that comes along that's cheaper either, because even the first one I checked, I thought, wow, this is significantly cheaper. Then went along and checked some more, and I was able to find even cheaper. So, and it's the same coverage. All right, so that $320, the rest of this list is going to be hard to beat, but believe me, I found more savings. All right, number 2, as I just mentioned, we pressure washed our own driveway. Now, there are so many different folks who have companies around here who go around. They have water tanks and they have pressure washers, and they may do other stuff too, clean out gutters, do mowing, cut weeds, whatever. But in my opinion, they tend to charge a lot for their services, as they should. It's hard work. It's really hard work, and it's hard to find somebody who does a good job. So generally, for a driveway like ours, we have a concrete driveway, they would charge, I'm just going to guess and say they would charge about $200. No, it may be more. It may be more than that. It may be a little less, but that's about the price that you could expect to pay to have your driveway cleaned by a professional pressure washer. So we have our own little pressure washer. It's an electric one. Prentice got it used, so it wasn't very expensive at all. So that's what we used. So you take that $200. I'm going to say we used about $20 extra worth of water for that. So I'm going to call our savings $180 by doing that ourselves. Number 3, we washed our own vehicles today. I'm estimating that saved us about $25. Now, how do I figure that? If you go to a car wash and you use the one with the wand, and then you go and put quarters in the vacuum. And by the way, I can remember washing my car for like 50 cents, 75 cents at the car wash. You can't do that anymore. It'll cost you about $15 by the time you get done doing all you need to do at the car wash. Now, if you use an automatic car wash, that may be a little more. If you have somebody else detail your vehicle, expect to pay $100, $200 for that. I didn't even use that figure. I'm just using go to a car wash, use a wand, do it yourself. That'll be about $15 a piece. 2 vehicles would be $30. I'm going to give an estimate of about $5 worth of water and dish soap that we used. But I was pleased with the results nonetheless. Take a look. Well, it takes a little bit of elbow grease to wash your vehicles at home, but it is so much cheaper than going through the car wash or having somebody else detail your vehicle. All it takes is a little bit of water in a bucket and a brush and some soap. I just use your regular old dish soap. It's never failed me. I've been doing that for, 30 years, and they look just fine. So I'm sore from my efforts. Prentice did his truck and I did my car, but they look so much better, and it's so important to take care of your vehicles. They are an investment, and you want them to last for years. So a good way is by washing them at home. Now my car's going to be clean and ready to go to church in the morning. And doesn't it always feel better when you're riding around in a clean vehicle? I don't know. It feels to me like it drives better. I know that's crazy and I know that's impossible, but it feels like it rides smoother when it's clean. Anyhow, all right, number 4. I used the clothesline 3 times this week. My clothesline had been down for a little bit, and I had been having to use those racks, the one on wheels, and then I had a couple folding racks. But those can't accommodate all the stuff you need them to use, so need to hang on them. So I did use my clothesline 3 different times. I sort of looked up and tried to estimate how much it would cost as far as electricity. If you have an electric clothes dryer, how much per load that would cost. And it estimated about 50 cents a load. That's not a groundbreaking amount, but hey, 3 times of me using it, that's $1.50 right there. I'm perfectly good with that. Plus, you get the benefit of that wonderful smell that clothes and sheets and bedspreads have when you hang them outside. They're so crisp and they're so clean smelling, and it's just, it just feels wonderful. So 50 cents a load, 3 loads, $1.50. And I don't know, I just enjoy the look of it. It makes me feel like I'm Laura Ingalls or something. I don't know. Take a look. There is nothing better smelling than clothes that come off of a clothesline. It's good to let them hang out, let them air dry, let the breeze blow through them, let the UV rays from the sun help to disinfect them, and I believe that really works. So I've already taken 1 load in, and you could see it's almost dark here. But I'll just let them hang here overnight. They'll be fine, and then I will gather them tomorrow, and they'll smell so good, and they'll be so clean and so crisp. It saves so much money to do this rather than run that dryer all the time. Finally, number 5. I pressure washed our shoes. I had some shoes, and Prentice did too, that had some spots on them that would not scrub off with just a regular scrub brush and putting them in the washer. I don't know. I just couldn't get it off. I didn't want to scrub too hard on the ones that had fabric on them because I didn't want to make the peels and stuff, you know what I mean? So I thought, well, actually it was his idea. He said, why don't we pressure wash these? We were doing the driveway anyway, so Prentice brought all the shoes out there, and I started work on pressure washing those, and you wouldn't believe how good they all turned out. Now, mine looked so bad, and his did too, that I thought, this will not come out. These spots won't come out. I'm going to end up having to get some different shoes. You know, because you don't want to go around with dirty shoes if you work in an office. And so that's kind of where I was at with it. Now, shoes vary, but I noticed even the ones at Walmart, like the Avia brand tennis shoes, they're almost $30 now. I can remember when you could get like tennis shoes there for $10, then they went up to $14 or something. But anyway, now those Avia ones are 20 something. So with tax, we'll say $30 a pair. That's what I was considering. I'd been looking at them online already, one for him and one for me. So I got our shoes looking like brand new again. So I'm going to say that we saved $30 each. I didn't have to buy a pair of shoes. I didn't have to buy a pair of shoes for him either. That's a grand total of $60 right there. Take a look for yourself at my shoes. Just you. Now I can see you. I'm taking advantage of a wonderful, beautiful fall day. It's only 72 degrees here in southern Kentucky. There is no rain in the forecast for like the next 10 days. And the sun's shining, the sky is clear, it's just beautiful out. So I thought I'd go ahead, and you can hear that pressure washer cutting on and off over there. It's an electric one. I have 3 pair of shoes left. I have been pressure washing our shoes to get ready for the winter time to have clean shoes. You can wash your shoes, scrub them, but it seems like they just don't get that clean in a washer. Like I have some over there that I couldn't get the spots out of, and I didn't want to scrub with a scrub brush because the fabric tops, that makes them peel up. It messes them up. So let me go ahead and show you what else I've done here. I'll walk you over here to the porch with me. I want to show you all these other shoes here. See if you can see these. Look at all that. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pair. And look at them. They're looking brand new. So, but I have to let them dry outside. It'll probably take them a couple days to dry outside. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these 3 pair down here. Okay, so what was my grand total saved? I calculated everything that I talked about. $320 for insurance, $180 pressure wash driveway, $25 for washing our vehicles saved, $1.50 for using the clothesline, and $60 for not having to buy new shoes. That comes to a grand total of $586.50. Folks, that's some serious cash right there. Talking about some more serious cash, let's do a quick mail call. All right, so as usual, I got some really good magazines this time. Look at this. I don't even remember requesting this one, but it's Elle Decor. Maybe I have. Then I got an Esquire, Town and Country, and a Condé Nast Traveler. And these are all big, beautiful magazines. I don't know what they cost in the grocery stores, but you know, they can be expensive. Also, look at this nice book. I got this on the In Touch Ministries website, and that's the In Touch Ministries is the one where I get the free monthly devotionals. I went on there, and this little publication, it's quite a few pages. It's a paperback book, but it's really nice. It's almost like it's gift worthy. And it says, Clear and True, a guide to staying faithful in a complicated world. All kinds of stuff. There's some nice little illustrations and stuff in here. I'll leave a link down below to tell you how to get your own. Now, here's my favorite piece of mail. Check this out. Check it out. Get it? So I literally got a check in the mail for $25.97. Now, this was a settlement check from the Walmart Weighted Groceries Settlement Fund. Now, you all know I go to Walmart and I shop. I buy produce there too, just like everybody else. And so stuff like bananas, there's all kinds of different produce that you buy by weight. And I had bought produce by weight. I think this was one of these things that I saw on huntforfreebies.com a few months back. But anyway, the thing was, apparently somebody somewhere discovered that they were overcharging for weighted produce. And so there was a class action lawsuit. I'm sure y'all see all that stuff. So, you know, different people have different opinions on that. And I understand. And you know, you can follow your own heart and your own judgment when it comes to joining those things. But I decided to go ahead and do it. And so the amount was $25.97. And I couldn't believe that. And that almost covers my groceries that I bought this week, because I spent about $40. So that covers a big chunk of it. But anyway, I am so glad that you all decided to join me this evening. And if you found this video helpful, if it gave you some ideas on how to save some money, give me a couple big thumbs up. And thank you so much to everybody who continues to support the channel, who watches the ads. That's how we make money off the channel. That's what helps me out. Thank you to everybody who comments, everybody who subscribes. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Until I see you again, I hope you have a blessed day.